Hi, warm welcome to everyone here. I have to say how proud I am to see you all here, especially young children who will be affected the most if we don't do anything about climate change. I would also like to extend my deepest regret and condolences to the government and the people of Bangladesh and Mexico in the two disasters that we've seen within the last month, who have been denied of their fundamental human rights, example, their right to live. Climate change isn't an issue, environmental issue, it is a human issue. Many of my constituents in Romley by Bow and Tower Hamlets have seen their families lost in the cyclone Sidr. One of my friend's grandmother has lost her arm. What I want to say is, Bangladesh is one of the world's most vulnerable countries for the impact of climate change. And this is because both is poor, where 70% of the population rely on farming for their basic livelihood. Yes, any single event can't be ruled out. We can't be certain that that is a change that is due to climate change, but there is a pattern of more disasters like this happening. Climate scientists have quoted that global warming will cause storms or increase intensity like Cyclone Sidr. Not just in Bangladesh the poor will be affected, the poor in Europe will also be affected, but across the world it's always the poor. In London, it will be the poor in the East End of London and other places like this. The mainstream parties make good noise about climate change, but as long as we have a system that is run for profit, we are running towards disaster. The free market created the problem of climate change, and therefore it's definitely not the solution. And we say climate before profit. We want change, and we want it now. We want more renewable energy, and we want it now. Climate change is about real people's lives and their livelihoods. And we want real measures. We want real solutions. We need collective measures, social changes. For example, the way our cities are planned, the way that the public transport is organized as well. We need to think of, free insulation for our homes and not what the new builds, the new cardboard boxes that are being built that we see in the developments in London. We need to kind of get away from the responsibility to be put on ordinary people. That, switch off your lights, change your light bulbs, switch off your put your TV on standby, etc., etc. These steps are tiny and will not save the planet. Yes, we should be responsible for our own actions and our use of world resources, but systematic change is what is necessary. By 2080, scientists have said we will all be affected, and it won't be a distant noise anymore. So it is our moral duty and our obligation to ensure that we do everything possible to bring about any change. And coming to this demonstration, again, is a part of this change. We here are together, unitedly, collective voice to demand the government to bring about real change and not just make token measures. Thank you for listening to me.